in February of those students who do not speak English or who come from a home where a language other than English is spoken, but that's another issue. Let's just say students who are enrolled in either an ESL or a bilingual program. And I look at our neighbors right here. Joliet Elementary District, there's 1,500 students, 15% of the population. Valley View, 10%, 1,800 students. Plainfield, 2,500. East Aurora, 4,000. West Aurora, 1,600. Indian Prairie, 2,400. Just those 6 school districts, 12,600 students are enrolled in bilingual or ESL programs in school. Indian Prairie District has at least 99 languages represented in their schools. 35 in one building. Equal Valley has 35 different languages. Okay, Illinois has historically been an immigrant-friendly state. When you think of the very, very first waves of immigration, not, Miles Standish and that wave, but the big industrial wave that happened from about 1880 until about World War I, we are actually have a smaller wave right now than what that was, but the percentage in the country, the percentage is smaller, the numbers are greater. So the whole idea of equal access to education started, I should ask you, what was the big change in society that happened in 1954? There's a hint. Brown versus Board of Education, court case. Did you hear about that one? Oh, good. I'm seeing somebody not there. Very good. Okay, that was the classic seminal civil rights case. And from that time, which dealt with an African-American girl in Topeka, Kansas, and several other cases that said everyone in this country deserves a good education. That's the basis of it, okay? Well, after that, people started thinking, well, okay, we have this other element of our society. Are we reaching them? Okay, we have these people living in this country who have different languages. Are we adequately able to teach them? Okay, so there were recommendations that came out of the new Office of Civil Rights, federal office in 1968, but the Illinois General Assembly required services for non-English speaking students as early as 1973. And there were 2 federal cases that I probably should share with you that happened in the 70s and 80s. One was a case from San Francisco. There were Chinese students who were very, very frustrated in school. Now think of the Chinese language, okay? It's certainly a little bit more challenging when you come with different characters and different reading patterns and all that, and kids were expected to go in school and sink or swim. And what do you think they did when they had no idea what the language was? Okay? That's called submersion, but it's called just setting people up for failure too. So the courts came down and they said, how do you expect kids to learn if they don't even understand what's going on? And that was the first case where there was a requirement for bilingual education through the courts. Okay, there was another case in 1981 in Texas, Castaneda versus Picard. People, okay, when they said they had to have programs for bilingual ed, there was a lot of lip service given to it, but they weren't good, solid, honest programs. And the Castaneda case said, you need to have a defensible educational program. You need to implement that program and not